Ever since I was a kid, I always sat and wondered, am I really from this planet or am I just f***ing insane? But then I started to piece the signs together. Yes, of course, I was dropped here by an alien race. So I started to put the signs together, and I got in contact with them. But it turns out my old people didn't want to take me back, like a baby bird that had been touched by a human hand. Big Mountain Jeremy Jones just put out a teaser for his third installment of the movie called Higher. If I was any higher when I watched this trailer, I would have thought it was for a dramatic movie in a movie theater. I mean, this part right here is just dying for some deep vocal audio. Get something like this, play it out.
My voice lives in an area of the sound spectrum that nothing else lives in. So I can speak very, very quietly, and it cuts through explosions, it cuts through music, it cuts through everything.
John Jackson just put out a video on Transworld where he's hiking to the top of Mammoth in search of snow. And when he finally gets to a little patch of it, they cut to this scene where he's nipple deep in powder. First, when I saw this, I actually thought that they were trying to pull the curtains over my eyes. I mean, how stupid do you think we are, John Jack? But then, he wakes up and spits up water, and I think to myself, wow, that makes it make even less sense. But then I understood everything when I saw the credits and it said John Jackson directed the video as well. I mean, we can't expect him to do amazing things on a snowboard, maintain those dreadlocks, and be able to put out a video with a cohesive plot line. I mean, we are only humans. I just saw a teaser for a movie called Definition Snowboarding. Apparently, someone needed to define snowboarding and just realized, man, I just need to talk to everyone else and get their super cliche answers about what snowboarding is to them. And maybe when I make this super cliche movie that everyone has already seen and heard about 1,000,000 times in the past before, then we'll have some sort of greater understanding and love each other. It seemed to me that 99% of this video was people saying exactly what you would expect them to say, and 1% also saying exactly what you would expect him to say, but it was Sean Palmer, so it was just next level badass. I mean, play this up. This is amazing.
Snowboarding's a great sport where you just get out of bed and buckle up and go do whatever the fuck you want. I think snowboarding is fucking freedom.
Rome's teaser for Finding Snowboarding has got me interested, I've got to say. Cinematography is amazing, but that's it, that's all. Kind of already stole that as a single ploy to get the video to be sick. So what was Rome's response to this? Russian street fights and Ozzie Henning getting stupid amounts of clips with a ridiculous broken arm. The cast that they wrap him up in is like 1980 plaster, and he's just bomb dropping in Russia. F***ing Putin's people mending up Ozzie. He's getting hammered. Do you hear that? It's the sound of a wise black man.
Let's be original here, bro. There's more than just Coca-Cola and Pepsi out there. How about some Hansons or some something else? Some little local, you know, whole paycheck drink. How about some apple cider vinegar? Or how about some hard cider? If you're, you know, if you're flirting with the punk rock, but you're still a sissy, but you're trying to get there.
The 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, used to decide issues of race, gender equality, and more recently, marriage rights, has finally been put into a spotlight that the American people can grasp onto. Snowboarder rights. That's right, a couple of Utah activists are suing Alta Resorts because they feel they are being discriminated upon based on their choice of device to get down the mountain.
Is the Alta Ski Resort violating people's constitutional rights by refusing to let them snowboard?
People simply say, we don't want you around us, even though this is public land and the device you're on is considered an equal device to every other device that we permit on the mountain.
I mean, how long can this stand? Some people see it as skis or snowboards. Black, white, not me. I only see devices. I'm device blind. Probably my favorite part of this Fox video though is when they interview the guy from Alta and he just literally has no to give. He's just, I don't know, I don't think I'm being discriminatory, right? Am I right, other white people? All right, we're cool. They Timberline is the place to be in the summer, and with heavy hitters like the Russian Chris Bradshaw. I'm sorry, I always have to refer to this Dennis character as this nickname because no one will tell me how to say his real last name. For the love of God, will someone just phonetically write it out in the comments section. He just put out an edit at Timberline Parks where he does some heavy rotations onto rails. And it could be a little too much for the average viewer to hold on to. So what I've done is put a little meter in the bottom that is gonna count his rotations. So let's take a look, shall we? Oh no, do you feel that? The rotation. It's becoming too big! It's creating a tornado! Ah!